There you go now, fellas. We've got another Prickly Moses beer. We've just picked this one up today. Didn't get this in my 6-pack the other day, but it's a love story about hops. And this one, 1.7, so 6.4%. It's pretty good. I like a Indian Pale Ale around, 6.5% will do me just fine. And I was really impressed with their beers that I bought down at Queenscliff when I stayed down there the other weekend. Not so impressed with this one. I didn't drop it or anything, but anyway, it's exploded when I've opened it. Well, I have been complaining about Aussie beers not having a good head, so they've shoved this back in my face, haven't they? They give me the big bubbly one. It's just exploded. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's all good. Cheers, everyone. Looks lovely. It's quite cloudy. It doesn't look finely filtered, but fruity. Oh, lots of hops. Lots of late hopping. Oh, big mouthful of hops. That's just delicious. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that's lovely. Just bucket loads of fruitiness and as you can see, it's got a lovely head on it, and it's these guys are really good at their craft. And I mentioned that the other day. Someone said they liked this brewery, and I tried their beers about, I don't know, 3 years ago. Went down near the Grampians and I bought a few at a local pub, so it's pretty close to where they're brewing it. So they've done well. They got their beers into pubs and into restaurants and stuff local, and I was really quite impressed with it. And since then they've just done this huge range of beers. There's like more than at least 12 different beers coming out of that joint now. And out of the 6 the other day, I'd say 4 were world class, like top world class beers. This one's the same. This is a cracker. I actually like my beers filtered, but this is, My mate Robbie, he's been getting into the hazy beers lately. There's a couple of Australian beer companies making these hazy IPAs, and they've been really good. I consider this a bit of a hazy IPA, and it's delicious. Just absolutely delicious. Don't know if you could have too many of them. They're pretty sort of right out there, and it's sort of like a one hit. Have one of these, maybe have a meal and then maybe have something else. You know what I mean? It's craft beers. You don't want to be scoffing down 10 of them. You know what I mean? Oh, that's gorgeous. Well done, Prickly Moses. I think that's one of Australia's best breweries now, just because nearly every one of their beers is that good. It's not that they're just alright or they're good, but they're really good. And I could say, nearly every one of their beers I've had lately has been really top shelf. So this is what it's all about, Prickly Moses. Keep it up. Don't sack the brewer, whatever you do. Because if you keep up this sort of quality, you're going to go a long way. This will become mainstream all around the country, even overseas. This is awesome. Awesome. Alright, you reckon I had shares in the bloody company? Well, after drinking a few of theirs, I wouldn't mind having shares in the company. They're really good. Alright guys, hope everything's going well. We're in for the big weekend coming up. A bit of a warm one for a change. Start of spring's coming up, so things will change. We're back on the beers. I've been drinking And not doing videos, but I've been drinking like red wines, a bit of port. I sort of get into the ports and the Tokays and the muskets and stuff. Sherry's been buying this Portuguese sherry that's been awesome, and been drinking scotches and a few gins lately. I went up and had a few gins with my dad and come back and bought a few bottles of gin. So you're not getting much of a go out of me because I'm not drinking that many beers. Especially being winter, you just want a strong Indian pale ale or a bourbon barrel or a porter or a stout. And you have a few, and that's about it. In winter, you sort of move over onto the scotches or whatever. So, anyway, we'll see what happens coming up in the summer. I might find some new brewery that's doing some really good beers, hopefully. Hopefully there's a lot of breweries doing fantastic beers from now on in. And I might buy a Tatslotto ticket so I can afford a lot more 100 raters. Because every time you get a 100 rater, it's like 15, 18 bucks for a stubby. And that just sort of doesn't compute with the brain. The brain's just going, what? You know what I mean? You can get a 6-pack of good beers for that price. Or a 4-pack of something half decent for that sort of price. So it's hard to buy one. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. The Raconteur. The beer Raconteur. Cheers.